My name is Benjamin, and I'm a canvasser with the LEAD program. I was doing neighborhoods, and I'm just doing my thing. And there was one fella I came across, knocked on his door. He seemed really genuine. I had just pulled him out of his dinner, and he quickly kind of pushed me away. But I could tell he was genuine. He didn't want me to pray for him or anything. So I just kept going on my merry way. And I get down to the end of the street, and I cross over MIT, and then I start coming back up. And I come to a metal door where the metal doors are always a pain because you gotta pound on it and then it hurts your knuckles. But I pound on this dude's door, his dogs go ballistic, and I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait. No one comes to the door, so I knock again and no one comes to the door. And so I think I knocked a third time, like, all right, I'm dipping out. Clearly no one's here. As I pick up my bag and turn around and start walking through the grass, I hear the door open behind me. I'm like, okay. And so I turn around and I start talking to this guy, and I think I started him with the great controversy, of course. And we start talking, and I don't remember specifically what we were talking about. I think I'd asked him about his church life and whatnot. He told me he had been a Christian most of his life, I'm fairly certain. But I was just making conversation. And I finally hit him with the closer, and he goes, yeah, I'd be interested in this book. And I'm like, okay. Well, so he's like, but I don't have any cash. I'm like, well, we also have cash, check, credit, Venmo, whatever suits you. He's like, well, I don't really have any of those. You take a card though? I'm like, yeah, we do take a card. I would just have to call my leader over. I don't know if you feel comfortable with that. He kind of hesitated, which is okay. I understand. You're not going to trust everyone with your credit card. And so I'm like, hey man, why don't you just go check inside your house, see if you got any cash? He's like, yeah, I'll go check in my son's room. So he shuts the door and goes back inside of his house. And I'm waiting, and like, as we were talking earlier, I saw a car pull up in front of the curb. And I'm looking over at this car, and I'm looking inside the windshield. I'm like, I think that's that fella I talked to earlier. This man gets out the car, marches up the lawn, hands me $20, and says, this is a gift from God, and walks back to his car, drives away. I'm like, okay. And then as I start to put the money inside of my wallet, I realize this man just paid for his great controversy. And I'm like, I immediately start praying, like, Lord, please let this guy find no money inside of his house. And he comes back, opens the door, and he's like, hey man, I didn't find anything. I'm like, that's okay. You're not going to believe it. This guy, this guy just appeared and like gave me money. He just paid for the book. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, I mean, he's like, you don't want me to give you? I'm like, no. He paid for it. It's fine. It's yours. It's the free gift of God, just as our salvation is.